Yeah, sometimes you feel good breakfast show. What a show it's been. It's Friday and it is like no other. We are celebrating so many incredible people right now. And a friend of mine just rolled in and I thought I'd have a little chat with him. But you may recognize our next guest. His name is Arno Greeff. He's from some of the biggest television shows recently produced in South Africa. He's a young talent. He wears multiple hats, including an actor, video podcaster, and an author. And that's an author of Becoming an Actor, a practical guide to navigating the industry. Oh, I'm here for this. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Arno Greeff. Yo, yo, yo.
Wow.
How's that title, bro?
What an introduction. Okay, thank you so much for overselling.
Last time we met, you were just Arno. Now look at you, bro.
Just a young man, just a blossoming little flower, and look at me now.
Look at you now, bro. You've literally changed so much. You've grown so much and evolved since you first kind of made it onto the screens.
Thank you.
What's that been like for you, this growth, this journey, this progress?
Yeah, it's been quite an exciting couple of years.
And look at you smiling while you're talking.
Yeah, but I think about the journey, and like last year, it's been 10 years since I started, and I remember the first 5 or 6 years were just horrible. You know, it was like slowly building, but nothing's really happening. Now, over the past sort of 2 or 3 years, it feels like finally, okay, we've gotten to a point where things are working out, things are happening.
When did that actually happen? When was that like, like, I'm good. I know, I can do this for a career. When was that moment for you?
I wouldn't say I'm good.
No, bro, listen here. You're good, man. I've worked with you, bro. You are absolutely talented. If Mzazi doesn't know right now, I'm putting it out there. This is a fact. He's good.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you so much. No, man, I think I was at a point where I wanted to stop, where I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
And I gave myself about a month, like, let's give it one more month and try and see what happens. And then I got an audition for big show that we were obviously on.
Yeah.
Little Blood and Water.
Groundbreaking stuff, yeah.
And that was the big breakthrough. You know, I'd done a lot of Afrikaans work up until that point, and then that show just broke me into the English market, and that opened up a whole new world of opportunities. And I think my confidence grew as well. You know, I got exposed to a bigger audience and started to feel like, you know, maybe I do belong. Maybe I can actually do this. Maybe I am good. Maybe I am good.
That's something I want to touch on. That journey is, it's not like you know what to do. There's no rules here. No one's telling you how to get to this point. But yet somehow you did that. You went through the grind. You got that opportunity to showcase your skill. Because you had developed it by that point already.
Yeah.
And I think what you're doing right now is so important because no one knows how you do what you did. No one knows how did you get there. There's no actual path. And is this where the insight came for you to write this book? Becoming an Actor, right? There's a book about it. You created a podcast on top of this as well. The podcast itself is called Becoming an Actor, the podcast. What inspired this really for you? Was there just a need to just be in more spaces and showcase your talent, or was there a bigger reason here?
I think, so when I started out, I had a great drama teacher who tried to teach me as much as he could, right? About the industry.
Yeah.
He exposed us to people working in the industry, and those lessons weren't something you could learn at university, right?
Yeah.
And myself as well, I never studied acting, I never studied drama, so I had to figure it out by myself eventually. And I get so many messages on Instagram and Facebook where people ask, like, how do I get started? Or how can I be on this show with you? And there's no way you can find that info, right? When you go study drama, they teach you about acting, but they don't necessarily teach you about the business.
And
about the
guiding you in the space, the do's and don'ts, how to navigate,
The only way you learn that is through bumping your head a few times, failing
a lot, yeah.
And like I said, those first 5, 6 years were just a bunch of failures, you know, some successes here and there.
Call it R&D.
Yeah. Research and development going on there. And I got to a point where I realized, well, maybe I have sort of figured out the business side of it now. It's time to share that, you know, especially after being in the industry for more than 10 years now. It was like, I need to give back somehow and help people who are sitting at home. They want to become actors, but they don't know where to start. And they don't have 60,000 Rand to go study drama where there's no guarantee that you're actually going to make it. And that's where, you know, Becoming an Actor started, was to actually teach people how the industry works. What are the things you need to look out for, and what are the things you can do to actually accelerate your career and get there faster.
So it's not that like wish-washy, like just work hard, your time will come. This is a practical guide to navigating the industry. Literally things like what, auditions, finding an agent. We're talking about
a lot of it's auditions, networking, how the industry actually works when it comes to agents as well. You know, there's a lot of people scamming out there. They charge you money beforehand. So it's knowing how to identify where you actually need to go. But then there's parts as well about like finances as an actor, you know. Obviously obviously you don't have a consistent income.
Yes.
So how do you manage that? How do you sustain?
When can I blow the cash that comes in,
Exactly,
you know?
yeah, because you get that one check and
Of
you think like,
course,
oh,
yeah.
now I'm made. But then you realize that check needs to be split over a couple of months because you're not working every day. And that's exactly why I call it a practical guide to navigating the industry. This book doesn't tell you how to act. You know, that's something that maybe talent determines.
Yeah.
Maybe you can go for acting classes. This is about practically how do you become an actor, and once you do that, how do you sustain that?
Brilliant, man. Where has this been for all these years? But it is here.
It's
I'm so
finally
excited for it. Look, on top of this, you've also got a lot of conversation coming through from that podcast. So again, Mzansi, I think this is your option right now to get involved in what this man is doing. And maybe you can plug us on how we can get the book, how we can find out more about you. I know there's so many people out there that are dying to know how to get into the space. So plug us right now, bro.
Yeah, so if you want to get started, you know, first of all, get yourself a book. It's available online on my website, www.arnogreeff.co.za. We've got shipping there for you nationwide. If you think about it, 60,000 Rand for a degree in drama, or just get this book for 249 Rand.
You do
There
the
go.
maths.
And then also I recorded a video podcast, which I put on YouTube, and it's on all the streaming platforms as well, where you can get a bit more insight, because obviously this is my opinion, this is my rendition of how you can do it. I spoke to a bunch of other actors as well to get their side of the story. How did they break through, and how did they manage to create a sustainable career?
Brilliant, man. Well, Arno, thank you for coming through. We're not done with him yet. He's going to be sticking around. We're going to put him through his paces and see, yeah, he's a good actor, but can he work on live TV? Bum, bum, bum. We'll find out soon, in just a bit, actually.